Hey, what's going on? So Blackson97 here, back with another pack break. Today we have a solid little stack of mail, courtesy of YuGiOh Hercules from his Ghost from the Past 2 claim sale and pack breaks. Very excited for this. There's a lot of great cards for a lot of great decks that I'm working on. A lot of just different eras and different archetypes covered here today. So huge thanks to YuGiOh Hercules for helping out on a lot of projects and for having us as part of his little Ghost from the Past 2 break. So without further ado, let's jump into today's little stack of mail, starting with a personal favorite of mine. Boral End Dragon, really nice Link 5 for the Rockets. Just really great card art and design, really good effects. Just definitely needed one for the Rocket deck just for fun. Next up, we have Crystron Halka-Fibrex. Even though it's currently limited to one, I still need a lot of copies, and definitely glad I waited for the price to drop to start scooping them up, because this will come in handy for like Punks, a few other Synchro decks I'm working on. Just really great card to have, especially like Shiranui's. And another deck I'm working on that's just started out is the Zombie Synchro. And to help that along, we have Red Eye Zombie Necro Dragon. Really nice card. Just really like the card art and design on this one. It's really cool. So another reason to have Halka-Fibrex around with all those tuners. Next up, we have a nice iconic card. We have 2 copies of Great Mammoth of Goldfind from the Duel Monsters anime. This was used by Bones quite a bit. This is always fun to use. I use it quite a bit in my speed duel decks just for fun, but nice little level 6 normal zombie fusion monster, really good ready fusion target, and a lot of the plague spreader zombie cards that treat themselves as such are all level 2, so that gives us a nice bridge to a lot of level 8 synchros. So definitely happy to have a couple copies of those, along with another link we have for the zombie deck. We have 2 copies of Vampire Sucker. Really good, just play extender and card. Just really enjoy the card art on that. A little bit more focused towards vampire cards, but I'll still look to see what sort of mileage I can get out of it for the zombie synchro deck. Moving on, we have another personal favorite of mine, Nirvana High Paladin. Probably the most notorious for having the largest amount of card text on any card. Good Lord. But a very cool card. Always enjoyed seeing in the Arc 5 anime, so definitely glad to finally have a copy of that. Speaking of Arc 5, we're moving on to the DD cards. We have 2 copies of DD Savant Thomas, 2 copies of a personal favorite of mine, Go DDD Divine Zero King Rage. It's a pretty long name. 2 copies of, I'm very happy to finally have this card in the, that finally got imported to the TCG, DDD Vice King Requiem. Really cool, just really like the design on that one. Another one from the manga, DDD Destiny King Zero Laplace. Pretty interesting. And then finally for our DDs, we have DD Savant Copernicus to kind of pair well with Savant Thomas as well. So all of these cards will start getting moved into the DDD deck in some capacity, and I'll start working on the pile I have in the meantime. And then finally, to wrap out today's pack break, we have, in addition to the Malefic deck, we have a full playset of Malefic Cyber End Dragon. Very excited to have these around. This was arguably the most expensive card in the deck, but now that it has a reprint, it's a lot more easier and affordable. I think it went from like $15 for the original to like $1 for this one. So definitely happy to save some money on that and use the rest of the funds towards getting a lot of other text for the deck. So big thanks to YuGiOh Hercules for helping fuel and fund a lot of decks I'm building. Very much appreciated. If you ever see a YuGiOh Hercules claim sale, always check it out. There's always some good heat there. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time for another pack break.